Olito, Chamawengapa, and Tukikmak, Pisama, Shapisa, La Shike. All right, so I have right here a census, and it's showing basically that my my great grandfather on my father's side, he was a farm laborer. Okay, so he's 22 years old, and he's a farm laborer. All right, he's married to a 20 year old. Okay, so you can see right here, her name is Emily. Okay, and both of their races are black. And so right here it says that her parents were born in Mississippi, but his parents were born in Kentucky, and the other one is in Virginia. All right, so like when you look at all our relatives that spread out in these other states, it doesn't take that much to go back just 2 generations to find out who your cousins are in these states and how you're related to them. So I can go back 2 generations and find out I have family in Kentucky. I can go back 2 generations and 3 generations to find out I have cousins in Virginia. It doesn't take that much. This is why it's so important to do your ancestry and to find out who you are as far as where your people were and what they look like and who they were. So you can see right here, none of the people are on this road are sick. All right. It says right here, his wife, maybe because she was having another child, is disabled. She's the only disabled person on here. All right. They probably were birthing them kids. You see what I mean? So like it says right here, they both can write. They both can speak English. All right. So yeah. You see how interesting that is though? And then you got the other people. They can't. They can't speak or they don't understand the language. None of the people do. And this is in Mississippi. So like this is an interesting one, man. This is an interesting one. So like when we have stuff like to keep, that's like to preserve for the next generation, like we want to make sure that the next generation understands the importance of who they are. Because I noticed like a lot of kids in the inner cities, like I grew up in the inner city, we didn't grow up caring about who we were. We were caring about what girl we was going to get, like little stuff like that. And like this stuff is documented. Like you're not like this stuff is documented, man. Like I can't say that enough. Like you see how like Native American children grow up and they are taught to have esteem about where they're from and stuff like that. We're not taught to be that way. We grow up talking about hip hop music and stuff like that. Like even though all that's our culture, we're not guided in the right mindset. Like if our kids were more like Native American kids as far as like being proud of who they are and where they're from, I think that would be a good catch. That's how we need to start raising our children, man. Like we need to start raising them to be, to have esteem in who they are. You know what I mean? Like have esteem in knowing that you're from America. Have esteem knowing that you can speak Chippewa or something like that. Have esteem knowing you can speak Cayuga. Like have esteem. So this document was very important. Like it's an opportunity for us to look at passing this correct interpretation. It's definitely I look at it that way. It's like it's definitely a get when you can like look at the past and its correct interpretation. As far as like knowing who your people were and who they were around. So like all these people on this beat, they know these people. You know what I mean? Like they know these people. So like every father, like say like everybody here is from Mississippi, right? Everybody pretty much. Vermont, Mississippi. So like these people, for them to live on the same county, the same beat, that lets me know like these people know each other from their fathers. Cause like the mother, she doesn't travel far. Like the father, he travels in and out of states. He meets distant relatives and conjoins with them. So like when you can say that you knew these people who was living in this area during that time, or you knew these people who, like, just imagine, right? This person last name right here. What is their last name? Surname Wilson. Okay, he named his son Wilson, right? Wilson is my great grandfather. My great great grandfather. Okay, so this person last name is Wilson. So like you think, right? You say, okay, well, do you know somebody? Well, let's say right here. Let's say, for instance, Bullen. Okay, let me see. And this person is black, and they have the last name Bullen. So you can say like, well, do you know someone with the last name Bullen who lives in this county? And you be finding out like, wow, we lived next door to each other back in the 1800s. Like this is how you can start reconnecting your past. You know what I mean? And like a census is perfect because it tells everybody's history. Like nobody's confused about what people came from and how they got here. Like Ellis. Like we all know Monte Ellis played for the Golden State Warriors. Like this is his relative right here. You see what I mean? So, and then you look at the race. The race is white, right? So you look at the Ellises and you look at, okay, this is a white person name with the last name Ellis. But again, you think like all these people, like, are they related to the people who I know is to be with this last name? And you think like it's the same history. So like we're not confused about where people come from and how they got here and who they became. We're not confused about their history at all. You know, so this is good to have. Like have a census in your records. Yokaki.